Hi, everybody. Harry here to talk about immediate dividends of Jenna Ellis's cooperation agreement in Arizona, which she entered into yesterday. So recall, she got a great deal. She gets to walk on all 9 counts, but she has a very detailed, stringent cooperation agreement. And if she fails to do any of it, they can revoke it, and they have real leverage in that respect. So today, we have a guilty plea. It is actually the first guilty plea in the country of a false elector. There have been 4 different schemes now charged in various states, and we've had cooperation agreements, but this is the first guilty plea. It's by Loraine Pellegrino. She was one of the 11 false electors who came forward and filed pieces of paper that said, I'm an elector because Donald Trump is the duly elected presidential candidate in Arizona, which he very much was not, having lost it, but she did it anyway. And there was a little bit of suggestion or defense that the 11 have tried to make that, we were just doing it provisionally in case we won in court. But they lost in court, and she did not withdraw it. So the 11, I think, are pretty much dead to rights. But we'll see now, because we now have the way prosecutors want these things to work. They've got now the goods, evidentially speaking, through Jenna Ellis. And now what they say to the 11 is first in, best deals, and Pellegrino has received, in fact, a very good deal that probably will keep her out of jail, have almost no consequences for her professional life, but it'll get worse as the time goes forward. So that's exactly the kind of pressure to race to the prosecutor's office that they want to have. Okay, reminder of the architecture of the deal. There are 11 false electors, and then 7 national figures like Jenna Ellis, who are really orchestrating. Everyone has the same charges, but the Trump folks, they come in, they try to push on and give false charges that Arizona has really gone for Trump, or there's been fraud. The legislature doesn't go for that and certifies the vote. They then try to do all this false elector stuff. That doesn't work. And they then try to push on Mike Pence on January 6th itself. What I want to mention now is there are the 11 and the 7. But speaking of the 7, Jenna Ellis here, who's pleaded guilty, she's not like some lower up person. She and Boris Epshteyn and Rudy Giuliani and John Eastman and Mark Meadows, they were in it together as peers. Listen to the way the indictment reads. It's not a coincidence. Jenna Ellis was an attorney for the Trump campaign and worked closely with Giuliani. And by the way, she made all these claims of false electors in 6 other states as well. She's already, been indicted in Georgia and done a cooperation deal. She's lost her license for 3 months. She's hurting, but who is really now has to be the most nervous is Rudy Giuliani, because she's not, Jenna Ellis, someone who had a little role and can give them some small thing higher up. The whole thing, including Giuliani, most notoriously, he actually presided over a hearing in downtown Phoenix on November 30th, 2020, after the election, falsely claiming that the count was bad. Arizona election officials hadn't done anything. So all this stuff, they travel together, they strategize together, they make phony claims together, they execute together. And so when you see in the indictment, it's singled out under Jenna Ellis that she worked closely with Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani ought to be really sweating it, except does the man even have any more sweat left? He's getting completely clobbered in the bankruptcy proceeding, and he's looking really bad in other cases. But, the Georgia one has kind of gone into mothballs because of the whole Fani Willis mess up. So this one, Arizona, it's a clear and present danger for him. There could be a trial on the normal scheme of things early next year, say March, April, and he's looking really bad. And given that Jenna Ellis is cooperating and state case, what's that mean? No pardon. So there's, Trump himself, if he's elected president, may always be able to maneuver even about these state things, but not Rudy Giuliani, not Boris Epstein, not Mark Meadows, who stayed out of trouble and the like. So Jenna Ellis's cooperation agreement is really foreboding for Giuliani in particular. And that's the way you remember that from the coverage when they were, at the Four Seasons Landscaping Company instead of the hotel where Giuliani's, dyed hair is running down and the like in Arizona and all these things. Jenna and Rudy are, in a sense, the kind of front people, carrying the claim. Jenna Ellis, as I've said before, was someone who was just, her main qualification is getting up and sort of saying anything. So if you get a cluster of guilty pleas from the Republican false electors who, they're looking to not have their career ended, to be able to still be viable as political officials, to stay out of jail in Arizona. So they themselves have very good evidence against the Giuliani and Ellis and Eastmans of the world. So you put them together if there's a race to the courthouse, and we'll see in the next few weeks if there is. But that's what the dynamic the prosecutors are hoping for, that Pellegrino is the first of dominoes to fall. And then things are set up very well against the Trump folks, the Eastmans, Meadows, and especially Rudy Giuliani. So working the way it's supposed to, with a potential domino effect, starting with Jenna Ellis's cooperation agreement yesterday. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.